Hello everyone, let's continue working on granny square blanket. Today we will make this beautiful block using 4 colors. I am making a set of 4 to bring out its unique construction. I have already made 3 and you will join me as I make my 4th block. These are the colors that I am going to use today. Let's start. Let's have a look at this block first. If you look at the first round, you can see that we have made all 4 clusters in our different colors. So it means that after making our chain 4, we used all 4 colors to make our first round. Let's see how it will work. I am using this color to make my chain and first cluster. You can use magic ring to start your first round as well. Let's make 4 chains. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Slip stitch into the first and join first and last stitch. Now we will make chain 3 and 2 more double crochets in this ring to make our first cluster. This is our first cluster. For second cluster, we will change color. I'll start this color. Make a slip stitch. And go back in the last 2 loops. Pick up the last 2 loops and use this new color to finish the third double crochet. Take out the loop of the previous color and make chain 3 for the corner. Tighten both yarns and make next cluster in the same ring. We'll start the next color now, which is this. Again, make a slip stitch. Pick up the last 2 loops. Use new slip stitch to complete your double crochet and use this new color to make 3 chains for the corner and make 1 more cluster in the chain 3 space. I'll crochet above this tail as well. Let's start the final color now. Again, we will make a slip stitch using our new color and use that to finish the third double crochet of the previous color. and make chain 3 for the corner and make last cluster of this round. Try to keep all the yarns together at the back side. Chain 3 and join with the first chain 3 of our first color. This is what our first round looks like. Doesn't look much, poor thing, but let's continue building on it. So now we will make chain 1, turn your work and slip stitch once and make chain 3. This chain 3 will be the first double crochet of our corner. Make 2 more to complete your corner. Chain 1 above a cluster and now you are in the next corner. Now we will start the next color. A word of caution: make sure that you identify one right side and one wrong side. Why? Because you'll have to keep your yarns on one side when you start the next color. On the wrong side, you will keep your yarns in your hand, unused yarn that you have just finished using, so that it's not so obvious on the right side. Let's start this next color. I'll go in the last 2 loops and use the next color to complete my cluster. This is on the back side now. I'll use the new color to make chain 3 and go back in the chain 3 from the previous round to make my cluster. Chain 1. Let's crochet above this loose end as well. Now we will start the next color. I'll untangle my yarns first. It's more likely that I have made more of a mess of my yarn, but anyway. Now we will start third color. So use that to finish the third double crochet of second color. Keep this yarn in your hand, forward, in front of you, and use third color to finish the third double crochet. Take out this loop. Okay. chain 1, and now we are in the last corner. We will use next color, last color, to finish the last double crochet. But first hold the yarn in your hand and make chain 3. Make your corner, chain 1, and last cluster of this round. Chain 3 and join with this first chain 3. 1, 2 and 3. Let's have a look now. This is what our block looks like after 2 rounds. Let's start the third round. To start third round, you will chain 1, turn your work and slip stitch once along that 3 chain which you had made for the corner, and then make one more, and then make chain 3 for the corner, and then make chain 3 as first double crochet. Make 2 more to complete your cluster. Chain 1 above a cluster, and in this space you will make your next cluster. Chain 1, and now we are in the corner, and again we will make 1 cluster, because second cluster will be made using our second color. Let's start the second color now. Next cluster of this corner. Chain 1 and next cluster. Change color. We'll start our third color now. Chain 3, now we are in the corner. and start the last color. And now we are in the last corner. Chain 3 and slip stitch into the first chain 3 of our first color. This is what our block looks like after 3 rounds, and this is the tangled mess that I have got. Let's start final round, 4th round. Again we will make 1 chain, turn your work, make 1 slip stitch along your corner, chain 3, and start your first cluster of final round by making 3 chains. Complete your cluster making 2 more double crochets, chain 1, and in the next chain 1 space we will make a cluster. This block is fun. The only difficult thing about is the tangled mess of your 4 yarns. So good luck making this block. I do hope you make it, and I have not scared you with how many times I have untangled my yarn. In the 3rd double crochet I'll change my color. Just remember that to keep 1 right side and 1 wrong side so that you can keep the yarn on the wrong side. I think we should cut this yarn because we do not need it anymore. Last corner with this color. Let's cut this color as well. at last some peace of mind. Last corner. Chain 3 and join with the first chain 3 of our first color. Let's cut yarn and fasten. Now remember to secure all these yarns, all 4 colors securely. At least a couple of times, and then hide the tails. You can use tapestry needle to hide your tails as well. I prefer to use crochet hook because it means I can do this task while I am working on my blocks. I do not have to wait for later. This is what our block looks like. Let's join our blocks to see how they look. The construction of these blocks remind me of quilting blocks. If you have done a bit of quilting, you will know what I mean. And here is the final look of our beautiful granny square blocks using 4 colors. Until next time, take care.